talking about the current situation and how COVID has an impact on a lot of people, but also businesses. And these times of crisis, we usually go through three phases. So the first one, I would say it's the phase where we deconstruct everything and we revise everything. So we rethink how we are living, how we are doing our business. Then the second phase is this, what we call the window of opportunity. And the last one is where you really think about how you can adapt the new situation into new models and new businesses. So at the moment we are in this second phase, so the window of opportunity. And what most of the companies try to do is to understand how these macro trends that we are seeing, and the COVID-19 impact is a macro trend, or a lot of other trends, will have an impact on their business, on their operation, on their processes, and so far and so on, up to the products, the brands, and so far and so on. So, and when I was thinking of your category, so your business category, fragrances, immediately this concept of physical distancing came to my mind, and that's what was
business ever.
So, but is there what is it? What do you see, or is there an impact on your business? And are there any changes that you can see already?
Coming to luxury business, fragrance business, when it comes to me at least, I noticed that almost every brand on earth in the fragrance world is not making the same revenue as last year. So everybody is making less revenue, and just fantastic brands like John Varvatos, the cool American guy. I've been in their London flagship store, fantastic fragrances, fantastic clothes. I heard he filed for bankruptcy. It's terrible. And yeah, the luxury business in crisis obviously is hurt, of course, Ricardo.
Yeah. And if we look deeper into the fragrance market, do you see anything in the way how you operate that is changing? Of course, people know that you are also traveling a lot around the world, and you are invited to very exciting events, meeting people, doing business there. Is there anything that you believe will have a lasting impact on the way how you do your business?
For me, not much change, because I always was an internet guy. My brand only was available, besides a few minor bonus stores where we tried it for fun, was only available online. So it was pretty the same thing. For me, nothing much changed. I should have flown to New York City for a collaboration to the brands, but I'm not doing that now. What did they do? They just sent the brands to me in my office, and I'm doing the videos here. So you can find a way if you want. But at the same time, I reached out to brands when I was in Munich, and I wrote them, hey, what about we do a personal appearance meet and greet with free hand sanitizers, and everybody gets 20% discount on your fragrances. So I was speaking with a huge fragrance retailer, and I was speaking with a huge fragrance distribution, meaning they own like 10 brands and they distribute these luxury brands. And the response sometimes is so dramatic. These people say, Jeremy, I don't think you know what's going on. Every store is closed. Absolute zero income. Nothing is happening. Zero. Everything is closed. So I was always prepared. Let me tell you, actually, I was not prepared for this, because I luckily was always on the internet. But when I spoke with brands, distributors, they were really, really scared, and it was very dramatic.
I believe the strongest element that you have as a brand, as Jeremy the brand, is this point about trust. And that's a very valuable element at the moment in these phases, especially if you're selling a product which lives from experiencing it, and you can't really experience at the moment.
Sure. Yeah. People bought my fragrance. We made over 700,000 euros on pre-order. In fact, the first 500,000 euros, I think, happened within the first day, already 1.5 years ago. So people did not smell my fragrance. People didn't have even the notes. They didn't even know the note breakdown. And it was really based on trust. And again, I'm looking more and more into this caveman type of style mentality, because the technology is so fast developing, but actually as a human being, we still are a little bit behind in terms of we're not robots yet. So I think if you trust somebody, it means, yes, you can go there. There's not an animal that will kill you, or yes, you can drink this tea. It's not poison. Or yes, you can eat that red berry. It won't kill you. I think that's still instilled in our humans. And that's why, obviously, trust is one of the key things that we humans want in another person. Yeah. We have to think, why do we care about trusting people? We have to think about that. And you think, yeah, obviously. And how do you make people trust you? Of course, you have to prove yourself with time. And yeah, that's a different story.
Is there anything left that is in your mind regarding the current situation that I didn't ask you?
I definitely think that the internet is now even more relevant, and everybody that didn't know that in the past 5 years knows that even more. Things are changing, the world is changing, and you have to adapt a little bit, and things are getting automized. I noticed that a lot. Things are getting automated. Everything that is like a function, I heard that from a guy saying, in fact, it was Tony Robbins' father. He said he was a guy that collected money for parking tickets. Obviously, that is just a function. This process has been automated by a machine. There will be so many things automated through the internet, through robots. And I think now is the time to create your own brand. As Chanel, Hermes, Louis Vuitton, those are just leather bags. Brands survive, like Gary Vee says, you have to have a strong brand. And that's what's important. And now is a big opportunity because everybody is on the screen looking at Instagram, Facebook, and this type of stuff. So in my eyes, what you have to do is create a brand. And if possible, you have to be the brand. So you as a human being, because, man, I think so much will be automated and people are getting more and more similar in how they are. So it's literally, it's almost scary. And you have to stand out as a brand, as a individual human being and market that correctly. I gotta tell you also one thing that is important. I'm just freestyling that right now, which is a statement from Tom Cruise. He mentioned, find your confidence. And I found that very interesting. Also, going back to the caveman days, it was necessary that you did not always have confidence, meaning you say this is right, or you say I'm the coolest here, and there's a tribe that says, what do you want from us? We kill you now. So certain times you had to go back and say, okay, I'm not doing anything here. But I was always thinking, man, how can I function the best? And again, don't misunderstand functioning with being an emotional brand, but I really want to give your viewers and listeners the statement, and think about Tom Cruise, whatever you want, but I'm just like many of us, we listen to that guy, we listen to Tony Robbins, we listen to that guy, what does he say? And this resonated very nicely with me. Find your confidence. Some people have to have a cold shower in the morning, and then they're ready for the day. Certain people have to wear an outfit. I know when I wear this outfit, I'm actually more confident than I'm wearing jeans and t-shirt. So you have to find your confidence, and it's not one shoe fits all. And I would leave the podcast with that. Find your confidence. We talk about huge topics, confidence, trust. Those are mega topics. So pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. And yes, it was a pleasure talking to you. And thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. So take care and stay healthy.
Yeah, see you in Berlin. Bye, everybody.